Yo, we back here, Swanky TV. Today I got a special guest, got my man, Darian Cartharn, DC. Appreciate you coming here with me, brother. Okay. And so, if you don't know, Darian is a professional basketball player, been playing pro for 4 years. Darian, just give the people a little bit background information about yourself, where you've been, all the way up to now being a pro.
As far as college go, we start there. You know, I started out at university, Wright State University in Dayton. Ended up transferring out of there after my coach left and took the head coaching job at Clemson, and went to Salt Lake Community College, and then finished up at University of Missouri St. Louis. So after that, I spent some time in the minor leagues. Then I went to NBA mini camp to Sacramento Kings back in 2015. Turned that into a situation in Finland. Left Finland, went to Dubai. From Dubai, went to Argentina. Then this past season in Bosnia. So, awesome.
All right. So, first thing I want to talk about is you went to Wright State initially coming out of high school, and you went JUCO, and then you went to Missouri St. Louis, which is a D2. So. First question I want to ask is that you got the experience of seeing both a D1 experience and a D2 experience. Yeah. Can you tell us some of the differences as far as even like facilities to like playing style and all that type of stuff between a D1 and a D2?
In my opinion, it's like basketball is like relatively the same.
Right.
The only difference is like, you know, any given night you might play against, you know, a couple first round picks. Like, for example, like when I was at Wright State, my first game of college was against University of Washington, and at the time they had Isaiah Thomas, Quincy Pondexter, Abdul Gaddy was the number 2 or 3 point guard in the nation coming in that year behind John Wall and Bledsoe.
Right.
And they had Terrence Ross, Scott Suggs, who else? This dude named Benoit Overton, probably the best defender I've ever seen. But like I say that to say, in D2, you're not gonna come against many dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? But then the next night, you know, we play against Belmont. They got Ian Clark, who we saw him win two or three championships with Golden State.
Yeah.
But then some nights you play against dudes at Division I level, you like, they shouldn't be here.
Right.
So I mean, you know, every night ain't Washington, but you know, you get those nights. Now at the Division II school, you might not know who these guys are, but you're gonna play against some dudes, you're gonna be like, he a pro, period. You already know, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a guy named Chris Dow who played at Bellarmine. He's overseas right now, but in college, I knew, when I played against him, like, I knew, like, he was one of the best players I had played against, no matter D1 or D2. Right. And it shows, you know, 5 years later, he playing top league Israel, playing FIBA Europe Cup, like, but I knew back then, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, that he was that type of player.
Yeah.
But as far as, like, differences, I'll say, bigs, the guards are the exact same.
Right.
Only thing you might find at a D1 that you're not gonna find at a D2 is you might find a 6'8" guard every now and then at a D1. Like we had Gordon Hayward in our conference. Like we played Gordon Hayward. You're not gonna find a 6'9" 1 through 3 at a D2. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, if he do, it's because he got in some trouble. That's the only way.
Right.
Other than that, I mean, facilities, money, television games. I mean, at Wright State, we probably had, my freshman year alone, probably had like 12, 13 ESPN national televised games.
Right.
You don't get none of that in D2 unless you go to the championship. We was flying charter. We had a chef. It's just those things. As far as basketball go,
nothing too crazy.
No, bro, it's the same. I mean, you might have what? Let's say my school got 1 6'10" or 2 6'10" dudes.
Right.
Wright State, we got 4 or 5. Other than that, everything's the same.
Yeah, you know? I always realized that too, because you know, coming from D2, we used to always, if you go D2, you know that beginning of the year you always play a D1 team in the exhibition game or something like that, a scrimmage or something, and that's was something that we always realized was that guards were pretty much like, you know, luck of the draw. As far as like some guards went D1, some guards went D2, but everybody was pretty much on the same type of level. And you would then run into those guards that was like, yo, he's elite.
Yeah.
But then as far as like big men, that's how a lot of D2s, when they play those big teams, they get killed because for rebounding.
That's it.
Because switch D2, you 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", you playing the 4, 4. You know what I mean? And you athletic 4 is like a in D2 is a 6'5" dude who can jump real high. Whereas like
your point guard might be that.
Yeah.
Cincinnati,
Right, but yeah, exactly. In Cincinnati, you got a 6'5" point guard, but then at a Duke, Duke 6'9", 230, and he's a 4. So it's just a difference from that level.
It's still a difference though, because it's like at a Division I school. When I was at Wright State, like let's say I come off a ball screen,
right,
and a big man switch on me, he has no chance. It's over because he's too slow, he's too big. It's over. At a D2. You run a ball screen, that guy that might switch might be a 6'8" guy, but he's really a 3.
Yeah.
That advantage ain't the same, like it's little things like that people don't think about. But in today's game, see, we're talking like I left Wright State in 2010. No, I left Wright State in 2011. So the game was different back then. Back then they still cared about having big men.
Right.
Like nowadays, and then back then D2 was always small ball. So like D2 basketball fits the style of play that the NBA is looking for. Honestly, in my opinion, a little bit more because it's up and down. You got 1 through 4 on the perimeter, and you got one big guy. Division I schools a lot of times are still playing 2 bigs, 2 wings, and a point guard. There's times at Division II school where it was 3, 4 guards on the floor.
Right.
That's the game today. You look at the Houston Rockets; they got 4 guards and Clint Capella.
Yeah.
I mean that's the game now. Yeah. That's Golden State. They special with Durant and those guys, but that's the game that it's changed to,
right?
In my opinion.